Australia's a wonderful country to visit as it's so diverse. You have very vibrant cities, the lush rainforest, the amazing Great Barrier Reef and the Red Desert, and you're guaranteed a very warm Aussie welcome here.
We started off with a tour around the Rocks, which is the original part of Australia, settled in 1788, then down to Mrs Macquarie's Point, and then down to Bondi Beach, and then back to the city for your harbour cruise.
I've always wanted to go to see Sydney, to see the biggest natural harbour in the world, and the bridge, the Opera House. So we sort of nailed that the first afternoon we got there. Good to see that with Dad.
When you see something like Sydney Harbour Bridge and the Opera House and you think, my God, look, there it actually is and I'm here.
By the end of that first day, you just felt very much at home. The whole atmosphere of the place was super.
During this tour, there are plenty of opportunities for guests to explore in their own time. In Sydney, you have the bridge to climb.
The highlight was climbing up the harbour bridge.
We didn't plan it at all, we just thought, right, we'll go for it.
You have the beautiful botanical gardens, maybe you might hear a kookaburra there. You might even want to enjoy a performance at the Sydney Opera House. The choice is endless.
Melbourne is the fastest growing city in the world, the most livable city in the world according to The Economist magazine and a few others, 5 years in a row.
The day we actually went on the wine tasting, it was fantastic. The tastings were fabulous and the lunch was delightful.
The climate is more in between Bordeaux and Burgundy, so we are actually bringing a really refined kind of world-class Pinot Noir and Chardonnay.
One of the optionals in Melbourne is a trip to Phillip Island to see those magical penguins.
Waiting for the penguins was incredible. I thought it's one of these sort of things, it's like a natural phenomenon, it might happen, it might not. And then they all just rolled out of the sea and just waddled up. It's one of these pinch yourself moments when you actually are there and it's all happening, and oh, loved it.
On our first full day in Cairns, our guests are able to enjoy one of the natural wonders of the world, the Great Barrier Reef.
We have just under 2,000 known species of fish. We have 600 types of coral, both hard and soft. We also have heaps of activities for everyone to take part in.
We went up in the helicopter and saw it from above. Just breathtaking.
It's a lifetime's ambition, really.
The creatures down below are absolutely amazing, and the coral and everything, and the colours. For me, that's a trip of a lifetime.
Just being there, finally getting there after 63 years and finding out when I was at school what Australia is going to be like, absolutely fabulous.
Karoonda was a wonderful day excursion on the old train.
This rainforest is the oldest rainforest on Earth. It's actually been evolving since the end of the Jurassic period.
To actually being close to koalas and things that you see on the television, it was absolutely fabulous.
When you get in that cable car and you're above the tree canopy and it sort of gets to the crest of the mountain and there's this fantastic view and you're just sailing over the treetops, brilliant.
One of the optional tours guests can take during their stay in Cairns is Jabberkai by Night, which is a celebration of Australia's Aboriginal culture.
Night show is mainly based on music, song and dance of the Jabberkai people. The world changing so fast, the more we learn from the elders, the more we can carry on to the next generation. That's the way.
Coming out to Central Australia is an epic experience. We have isolation that a lot of people don't experience anywhere else in the world. We have a connection to spirituality and culture that very few people can say that they actually have in their own lives, and yet it's surrounding us out here in Central Australia. It's in the rocks, it's in the sand dunes, it's in the trees, it's in the grasses. It affects people in extraordinarily different ways.
It was magical, peaceful, and seeing the changing of the colours both at sunset and sunrise, amazing.
Perth is relatively young. The first settlement in Western Australia was in 1827.
We're only a small city, only a couple of million people. Beautiful white sandy beaches, lovely clean water, clean air.
We're very impressed with Perth. It seems to be a dynamic city, a lot going on. Disappointed to be leaving.
We did think it'd be a once-in-a-lifetime trip, but by the end of the first day in Sydney, we knew we'd be coming back.
They've factored in a lot of the trips that you'd want to do, like Great Barrier Reef, but they've also factored in days when you can just chill out if you want to.
It's more than a holiday, it's an experience. To be able to visit places that we have done, we consider a real privilege.